Once upon a time, we had a business we weren't very proud of. It was miserable. It was a train wreck. My business partner, Eric, and I were so frustrated. We had broken vehicles, a grumpy team, complaining clients. We could barely make payroll. It was horrible. I remember going to the supply house or the store with our company card, and I was always worried that it wouldn't go through. And it did not go through sometimes because there wasn't money in there. And it was scary. And it just would weigh me down all the time. You might have been there, or you might be there right now. I hope you're not, right? And we had to figure this out. And we started thinking, what are we going to do? So we stopped. And that was the hardest thing to do. When things are a problem, you just want to fix things. We stopped and we said, what's working? What's not working? And we saw our team was causing us a lot of pain, okay? And that wasn't working. We hired good people, but they weren't really good on the jobs. They didn't know how to conduct themselves with the clients, and it was causing a lot of fires we were putting out on a regular basis. And I said, Eric, man, and he was head of operations, so I put it on him. You got to teach these people how to stop causing problems for us. And he was like, okay, I'll teach him things. He said, I'm going to teach him how to talk to the client, what to say and what not to say. I'm going to how to talk to each other, how to treat each other with respect, how to not get the client upset by saying negative things about the company or negative things about your colleagues, how to talk to Mrs. Jones, look her in the eye, so that they made their days better by having the client happy with them. It was like all these things. We're thinking, why don't you know these things? But they didn't, and that was on us to teach them. So we started teaching them, they started listening. That was the cool thing. They started listening, and we're like, the light bulb was going on. And that was the big difference. And then they started responding by creating reviews, creating repeat clients, and creating referrals. It was wonderful. So we were doing these lessons for about 10 weeks. Things were going good, like I was saying. Camaraderie was up, we're having fun, and things were changing. So one week, it was about 10 weeks later, something like that. And we had a huge payroll, and I was scripping. I'm like, Eric, everybody knows everything good enough already. We're going to stop these meetings because I'm stressing about payroll. You're stressing about payroll. We need to control this. So that's what we did. And I felt bad because Eric was really bumming. He was very into the meetings. He said he saw more results than I did. I wanted to figure out, how can I justify the expense for the meetings right after we stopped them? Before I could even turn around, people started showing up late immediately. Callbacks started happening. A couple accidents. 2 people quit. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? That was all the feedback that I needed. I realized that these meetings, these trainings that Eric was doing made a huge difference, and it could quantify having happy, motivated people come to work. I can put a price on a callback, right? How much that costs. But I can't put a price on an unhappy team or a happy team. I can put a price on hiring a new person because there's a cost involved with that. But I can't put a price on culture. I can put a value, how much an add-on sale benefits the company, but I can't put a value on a team member that wants to help the client. It's almost invaluable. And how do you put a value on an employee that wants to come to work and do a good job and cares about the company and wants to patrol the culture and take care of everything when you're not there? How do you put a value on that, right? It's hard to do, but it's blatantly obvious when you look at it. Well, we started the meetings again real quick, and everybody was grateful, and things started getting back to normal, and it was really cool. And we ended up selling the business. And let me tell you, this is something cool. When you're negotiating with the company and they come in to see your company and they see that everybody follows the systems, everybody's motivated, everybody likes coming to work, and they have good attitudes, you have a huge negotiating power. And that was really cool. So the ROI on this training was enormous. And I was like hugging Eric and thanking him. And, I was trying to get him to stop the meetings. It was terrible. Anyway, to sum this up, The effort each day that you put towards your team to get everybody moving in the same direction is huge. It's worth your time and your energy and the expense. Okay? And after a period of time of doing this, you're going to see results. And the results that we saw were significant. And we were intentional about this. It worked really well. And you could do these things too in your business, I'd expect. That's not why I'm saying this to you. Listen, this is part of our story that I want to share with you and just pass it along to you, and hopefully it will benefit you. If you're fighting challenges like this yourself, reply back to me. What's going on? Maybe I can be helpful with some constructive thought. Who knows? Anyway, I'm sending out this video because share our story. There's struggles that happen. You make that light at the end of the rainbow happen. And this is part of what we did to make that happen. Anyway, my name is Larry from SuperTech University. We'll talk to you later.